All right, let's go out to the movies now. Las Vegas Weekly film editor Josh Bell is here for the Bell Breakdown. There it is. We love that around here.
Love to hear that.
All right, let's start with the big one here, starring Matt Damon. It's called a Suburbicon.
Suburbicon,
right?
yes.
A lot of hype about this one, and the results are...
The results are disappointing,
Aye.
unfortunately.
Okay, right.
I was looking forward to this. I think not only is Matt Damon the star of it, you've got George Clooney as the director. It's based on an old script by the Coen brothers, who I think are incredibly talented. Love most of their films. It's a screenplay they wrote a long time ago that Clooney and his producing partner kind of picked up and rewrote a bit. It's set in 1959 in the suburbs, in Suburbicon. It's kind of this master plan community. Matt Damon plays kind of a quiet, nebbishy business executive who gets involved in some nefarious goings-on. His wife is killed in what appears to be a robbery attempt, and he takes up with her twin sister, both played by Julianne Moore, so some suspicious things going on. And that has kind of a Coen Brothers, like, dark comic flavor to it, although I think Clooney as a director maybe can't bring out the right balance of wackiness and darkness in the same way that the Coens do. But he also adds this subplot about an African-American family, the first to move into this suburb, trying to do kind of some social commentary, which is something that Clooney does in his films, and it just doesn't mesh very well. It's
a little too much, perhaps.
Yeah, and it's a mix of seriousness and comedy that's kind of jarring. Oscar Isaac is great in the small role as an insurance investigator, but that's about the best thing I can say about this movie.
All right, we're going to move on here to Jigsaw. This is the reboot of the Saw series.
It is.
I haven't seen one of these because
well, that
I don't
was a
do
smart
scary,
choice.
I don't do gory, so I stay away. But this is the prequel, is that right? Or
No,
is that
this is
what
just,
this?
well, yeah, it's hard to say.
Okay.
The continuity of these movies is so messed up that it's both a prequel and a sequel in many ways.
Well, that's new to me.
Which would apply to pretty much all of the later Saw movies, because they keep going back and rewriting the continuity. But basically, this just kind of continues the story. You've got Jigsaw, the killer who kidnaps people and tortures them in this kind of moralistic way based on their past sins. And of course, Jigsaw died in the third Saw movie, and this is the 8th Saw movie.
How'd
so
that happen?
they keep making ways to insert things back into his backstory so that you can still have him show up. And this just kind of goes through the motions of doing the same torture stuff that the others have done. I was hoping after a long time it might be a reboot in the sense that they would have a new perspective on it, but it's really just a tired rehash of all the stuff that they've done before.
All right, but fans of it would probably still like it. I suppose that's why they're still making it.
If you have
right?
real low standards and you just want to see Jigsaw say some stuff and cut people's throats, then yeah, you'll be satisfied.
Well, if you have the higher standards when it comes to horror movies, this is a good weekend for you as well, right?
That is absolutely true. Halloween leading up to Tuesday, we've got tons of older
classics.
horror classics out in theaters. Some of my favorites, the original Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween, will be showing on Saturday at the Eclipse Theaters downtown. A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original from Wes Craven, also at Eclipse on Sunday. And the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre will be out on Saturday at Suncoast and Santa Fe. So those are my personal favorites, some of the greatest horror movies ever made.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch more if you're looking for older horror films, classics. If you pick up Las Vegas Weekly this week, you can get a rundown.
I get the chills even right now thinking about some of those scenes from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's
Man,
intense,
that was,
and there have been so many sequels.
Boy.
There's a new one actually even out right now, and you don't remember how intense that movie really was.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Bell Breakdown. We'll be right back, everyone.